Order. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
City of Romulus City Council regular meeting for Monday, March 23rd, 2015. The roll will show that all members are present. Tonight's council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda, 2 minutes, 3 petitioner, 4 chairperson's report, 5 mayor's report, 6A clerk's report, 6B treasurer's report, 7 public comment, 8 unfinished business, 9 new business, 10 communication, 11 is warrant 15-06, and number 12 is adjournment, and a motion would be in order to accept the council meeting agenda as presented.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Kraut, supported by Ms. Makowski, for approval of the agenda as presented. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Agenda approved.
Number 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held March 9th, 2015.
So move for March 9th, 2015.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held March 9th, 2015. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and it's approved.
2B for approval are the minutes from the special meeting held March 9th, 2015 at 6:30 PM. This was a study session regarding the city rubbish contract.
So moved for the approval of minutes from the special meeting held March 9th, 2015, 6:30 PM study session for the city rubbish contract.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the approval of the minutes from the special meeting study session held March 9th, 2015 at 6:30 for the city rubbish contract bid. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
3 is petitioner. This is a special land use request for an industrial manufacturing facility greater than 80,000 square feet. And if the petitioners are present, if you can please approach the podium. Please state your name.
Matthew Madden, Gillett Associates. Matthew Madden with Gillett Associates of Farmington Hills. We're architects and planners. I'm here on behalf of the tenant of this building, the Aerostar Construction, or Aerostar Products. It's a 70,000 square foot addition to an existing 50,000 square foot building, driven by the tenant's need to meet his customers' demands. They are metal car parts that are deburred and lightly tooled on site. The addition will also allow them to clean up their site and move outdoor product now indoors. They may be increasing their shifts. I don't have exact numbers on what that will be, but they want to really stay here in Romulus and continue operating. Any questions?
Any questions from the council?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Okay, so one of the questions I had, thank you, it was a very comprehensive package, a lot of good information. So the planned use of the addition is just simply warehousing, bring some things in?
Warehousing, and they will bring in some new tooling equipment.
Okay. So you're looking at increasing production then?
Yes.
And you mentioned hiring more people probably. So what percentage of production increase are you looking at as far as?
I don't have exact numbers. The owner's not here with me right now, so I can't answer that directly.
So one of the questions in here, though, talked about traffic, that it would be no greater than normal for the road involved?
No, there's no more, they're not planning to increase delivery or trucking traffic at all.
Oh, okay, that was my question, good, thank you.
Mr. Barton?
Yes, Mr. Wadsworth?
Is the building going to be expanded, or the empty space in the building is going to be used? I'm a little
Well, the building, it's a full new addition, so
Yeah.
basically the building will be double in size, actually more. And the inside of the building, there will be a couple of new process lines added, and then warehousing. There'll be some additional office space within the structure as well.
And it should bring some more employment there, we think?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, fine.
Ms. Abdo?
After reading through the packet, I just wondered if there has been any input from the neighboring landowners.
I know that the current owner of this property is talking directly with the owner next door to the immediate east, and they've been working very well with each other. As far as I know, I have not heard any comments in the negative.
I'm wondering if the planning commission got any complaints at all from any of the surrounding, there was nothing in the packet, so I would,
When they came, there was a lot of questions, but everybody seemed to be okay with it. And they are working with the neighboring building to, as far as getting in and out of the area and
so they've
traffic
resolved.
and so on and so forth. So they really didn't have any complaints. They answered all the questions. They gave us a really good presentation when they came, and everyone seemed to be real satisfied with the answers they gave.
Mayor? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in. This is, Aerostar is a company that's been here, and we've worked with them to stay here through the expansion. They had an opportunity to leave the state, so by expanding this operation allows them to do what they need to do to meet their goals and objectives, which will include some new employees. There was a public hearing process that we did open it up to anyone that had any opposition. I'm not aware of any, and I think the Planning Commission did a great job. Our planners did a great job in making sure that we worked them through that process. So we're excited that they're going to stay in Romulus, continue to invest in Romulus, and hire people in Romulus. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I'd just like to add that it's always good to hear new employment. So I'm very, very glad of that. Okay. Any other questions from council?
Then
None?
I'll make a motion.
I'll support that motion.
Okay. Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Makowski for PC 2015-005-006, building addition special land use request for industrial manufacturing facility greater than 80,000 square feet. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
All right.
Thank you.
Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. It was nice and 80 degrees outside tonight. Nice and warm.
Somewhere.
We getting there. Tonight, we had a 6 o'clock meeting, a closed session, pending union matters. At 6:30, we had a study session at the Romulus Memorial Cemetery. The chair going to recognize Councilperson Makowski at this time.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to allow the mayor and clerk to enter into a letter of understanding with the Teamsters Local 214.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Makowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to allow the mayor and the clerk to enter into a agreement, understanding with Teamsters Local 214. Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. At this time, I'd like to call up Reverend Willis.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor and council, men's and women's, and our chair, and to our clerk, and to our treasurer, and to you, my brothers and sisters in Christ. It is just good to be back once again to see your lovely faces. I know our chair said it's going to be 80 degrees outside. I'm not sure what city he's in. I know he's dreaming, and I got a lot of powers, but I can't grant you that right now.
Work on it for me.
I'm working on it. We thank God for you. Let me come before you again. We know this each year I come before you asking for your clearance to allow us to be able to do our Good Friday procession down Goddard. It's that time of year again. And we come to, before each of you tonight, asking you to not only to allow us to be able to walk down Goddard once again as we walk from the historical park down Goddard all the way to the Romulus Westland Church, where we have our actually Good Friday service. Again, just for those that don't know me, my name is Reverend Arthur C. Willis, and I'm the president of the Romulus Ministry Alliance and also the pastor of the Pentecost Baptist Church, one of the greatest churches in the city of Romulus, 3256 Vinewood, just off Wayne Road. But we certainly we want you to come and be part of us, as most of you have. Most of you participate every year with us, and it's a blessing to see our mayor carrying the cross. He's done it last year, and hoping he'll be able to do it again this year. And carrying that cross does something to you. It really does. If you haven't had a chance to come out and be with us, you here and those of you at home would love to be able to come and fellowship with us on that day. That's on Good Friday, which is April the 3rd. We'll begin at the historical park at 11 o'clock. You can park your car at the Romulus Westland Church in the park, and we'll shuttle you back here into the park, and you can walk back down the street with our procession. We should have coffee and donuts at the Westland Church for those of you that want some coffee to get started. And if you feel good, Chairman, you can walk up to the park and walk back. It'll make you think you're at 80 degrees by the time you get there.
Okay. I bear it. Okay.
So we're here tonight asking for you to allow us to variance to whatever we need to be able to have the police to block the road off for us and allow us to be able to procession down Goddard.
Could I make that motion?
Sure, go ahead.
I would like to make that motion to do whatever paperwork and permissions we need to allow Reverend Willis and the whole group.
Support.
Thank you.
It's been motioned by Mr. Makowski, supported by Mr. Kraut, to allow Reverend Willis, and with his great work to the city of Romulus, and all the things that he possibly needs for this event.
Thank you, sir. Look to see all of you there, too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Makowski,
Yes.
Mr. Kraut,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Choate,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. I'd like to send out congratulations to our boys, our basketball team for Romulus High School. They were district champs. Let's give them a hand. And this next one, our Lady Eagles, was district champs and regional champs. So let's give them a hand. Today, I'd like to say happy birthday to my daughter, Quaylen Barton Stokel. She's a graduate of Romulus High School with a master's degree in human resources. She's from Michigan State, and she's a former cheerleader for Romulus High School. I just want to wish her a happy birthday, and she's a very sweet lady, and I love you, Daddy love you, and thank you, sweetheart. With that concludes the chairman's report.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms.
I'll
Roscoe.
make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Choate, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, our treasurer, clerk, deputy clerk, and members of the audience. As you know, I always bring a quote, and this one goes as this: "He who conquers others is strong, but he who conquers himself is mighty." And the lead into that is, you heard us talk before about a mayor's fitness challenge, and we had some participants that worked hard to conquer getting their body healthier and to look after that temple that each of us has. And so what I wanted to do is have Andy McKay come on up. He's going to read off some names and some recognition. And I'd like him to not just recognize, talk a little bit about the program, also maybe put a plug in. Yesterday was their 7th birthday. They had a great success at the rack. Andy does a great job. He's been here before, but I think it's important that we wanted to bring the winners to City Council. So with that, Andy McKay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor, Council, Stacy, Ellen. As the mayor was saying, back on January 12th, we had the Mayor's Fitness Challenge begin. And the 6 people I'm going to recognize tonight, along with 272 others, signed up for an 8-week contest to see really who could lose the highest percentage of body weight. And what we find when we do this contest is the rack, the gym, we can't do it alone. Diet, they can't do it alone. It's a combination of both, which really produces the success stories you're going to see here. And just start with the men's finishers. The third place and the second place contestant, Dan Setzer and Mike Oliver, couldn't be here tonight. But Dan Setzer lost 21 pounds. That would be 10% of his body weight. Mike Oliver lost 41 pounds. That's 10.59% of his body weight. And our first place finisher, Matt Scully of Romulus, lost 33 pounds, and that is 16.34% of his overall weight. Matt, do you want to come up? And over on the women's side, it was a family affair for the third place finisher. Matt's wife, Cinda, lost 28 pounds or 11.91% of her overall weight. Second place finisher, also of Romulus, Amy Schultz, who lost 27 pounds or 14.14% of her overall body weight. Amy? And the first place finisher on the women's side of New Boston, Miss Amy Ambrose, who lost 46 pounds. That's 46 pounds in 8 weeks, 17.62% of her body weight. Amy? I just want to, call recognition to them. I find it hard to get through a college basketball game without, going after pizza or whatnot. And so to keep it off and keep away and exercise for 8 weeks, all our contestants deserve to be commended. So, and as Mayor was saying, we had our 7th birthday party yesterday. We broke our 100 membership in one day plateau. It's never been done so far, but over 130 yesterday, so it was a great day. So thank you guys.
Yeah, Mayor, I just wanted to say one thing. Andy, I think you did a great job with the RAC. Your personality, the way you handle people, the way you manage the RAC, and I'm sure the mayor and the city council are very proud of you.
Thanks, guys.
In addition to that, Mr. Chairman, he has a great staff over there, and I think there might be there's some staff members still here. Stand up, would you please? They do good work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Andy. That's the fun stuff. A lot of hard work went into that, and the thought is get healthy, then try to stay on that same health kick throughout the year. Another thing I do want to bring up, this is fun stuff to recognize, but a significant milestone. What I'm asking council to do, and I'll read this resolution, is acknowledge a 60th wedding anniversary for Ray and Loretta Rinke, and it goes as this: whereas Ray and Loretta Rinke were born in Romulus, Michigan, both graduated from Romulus High School, and whereas in her early years, Loretta helped her parents in their small grocery store on Goddard Road, and then in the Romulus Hardware. And whereas Ray was a construction worker who built homes in Romulus, Michigan, and whereas Ray and Loretta were married at St. Aloysius Church in Romulus on February 5th, 1955. And whereas Ray and Loretta have three daughters and 4 grandchildren, and Ray and Loretta celebrated their anniversary with a vacation to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And now therefore let it be resolved by myself and the legislative body that we proclaim that they have their celebration day for their 60th wedding anniversary. If I could get a motion for that. we'll
Mr.
make-
Chairman, I'll move and I'd like to comment also.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut for the 60th anniversary for Ray and Loretta Rinke. Any discussion?
Just a quick comment. Time does fly, Mayor, because I did the one for 50 years, 10 years ago, if you remember, sitting here. And two quality people from the city of Romulus, there's no doubt about it. Good people, good Romulus people, and you couldn't find a better husband and wife combination. Even though Ray is always wrong there, but his wife is right.
Well, yeah.
But the good people, real good people.
And Mr. Chairman, under discussion, I couldn't echo that more. Great people, I've known them my whole life. You know, it's fun to be able to recognize milestones like that. I mean, that's huge. So it's something we all should try to shoot for and aspire to seeing those kind of relationships. Great Romulus people.
Great. Okay, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, Council. One other thing to notate, you heard about the Good Friday Walk. We're trying to do some more fun activities for kids as well. So just put a plug in. We have the Romulus Recreation and the DDA Authority who are working on a Saturday, April 4th event for kids, rain or shine. This is going to be an Easter egg hunt. It's going to be promptly at noon. It's behind the Romulus Senior Center at 36525 Bibbins. Basically, there's the simple cost for the egg hunt is free. Pictures are going to be $3, so your kids can come out, have a great time, no cost, have prizes. There are different age groups just for the safety of the kids to keep it safe. So 3 and under, 4 to 5, 6 to 8, and 8 to 11-year-olds. What we would ask is that when you arrive at the facility, report to the patio area behind the center so everybody gets the proper instructions and directed the right way. Please bring a bag or something to collect the eggs so it makes it a little bit easier. But pre-registration is not required. Please come out, have a good time. It's a great event, and you know, it's just more fun activities for kids to do that help us out in the community. So I wanted to put a plug in for that. And then, you know, one request I have, this is not the fun stuff that I like to do, but, you know, we lost a great person in the city of Romulus who battled cancer, 44-year-old lady. We've all followed some of her story in fighting cancer, but she did pass the other day, and that's for Cindy Lynn Hensley. I'd like a memorial resolution for the family, please.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for memorial resolution for Cindy. What's the last name?
Hensley.
Hensley,
And I can
yes.
give a copy.
She
There
used
may
to
be
work on
others
the
that want to
bank, too.
speak on this too, Mr. Chairman, but just a real sad, and the family definitely needs continued prayers and support.
Okay. It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe. Any discussion?
I'd just like to say that our hearts go out to the family. It's hard situation, and Cindy fought the fight diligently and unfortunately lost. But you know, they were always involved in the city in some way, shape, or form, or in the schools, and she's going to be greatly missed by more than just her family.
Yes,
Thank you. I too would like to just share a few things with you. Want to recognize her husband, Glenn. And she has 3 boys, Zachary, Kyle, and Corey, as well as 4 sisters and her mother, Donna Preston. Cynthia worked at the bank for 22 years. Many of you probably know her there. Lovely lady, unforgettable smile, wonderful person. Last year, there was a fundraiser for her. John Theed and his group came out and did some improv, donated their time. That place was packed from wall to wall. There were people that tried to get into the door. They made their donation and turned around and left because that's how packed that place was. Each and every one of them was very grateful, good, hardworking, loving people. Cynthia was also a lifelong resident, and she was a fighter. She battled cancer about 22 years ago, and she won. And unfortunately, it came back, and it was a long, hard fight. But you know, she's going to be missed. And the service today, she's been laid out at Michigan Memorial from 1 to 8, and then tomorrow is the service at 11 a.m. So please keep her family in your prayers. They certainly need it. Thank you.
Yes, I'd like to make a comment. I remember, like Ms. Page said, Sydney used to work at the bank here in Comerica. She always greeted you with a smile and gave you respect. And when you lose someone like that, it's really heartfelt. So condolences go out to the husband and friends and family of hers. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you very much, council. One bit of information I want to pass on. There's been a lot of discussion about this, and we've received calls in the mayor's office and on things on Facebook, but there have been some people going door to door promoting energy companies. And I guess reason I want to make mention of it is that kind of maybe not representing themselves as well. So if people come to your door, there's some kind of basic concerns that you should have about anybody coming and approaching the door. We put some of that on the website. We put some of that on Facebook for residents. I talked to DTE about it, talked to our attorney about it, talked to law enforcement. Actually, we're going to be adopting an ordinance later that will help with some of that, that at least have to register. There's nothing right now that prevents people from just coming and having, discussion. They can't sell necessarily, but what I would ask is go to the information that we put out on the website. We got this information from the Michigan Public Service Commission, and they have a website and they have a phone number, which is 800-292-9555. And it's michigangov/MPSC is the website. But there's some real basic kind of common sense things you need to be aware of. They call it protect your privacy and prevent utility fraud. There are people going out asking questions, wanting to look at your utility bills. You're not obligated to share that with anybody or any information. You're not obligated to talk to them necessarily. So what we're trying to do is make sure we put information out there, try to keep our residents safe. If you suspect anything is suspicious, that's where we do have police that you can contact as well. But I just wanted to make a comment about it because we're getting lots of questions about it. Apparently, several different areas of our town, and they've used some different names of energy companies. And I do understand from what I've learned is that there are some outstate companies that use some marketing people that do knock on doors. So just be careful. You're not obligated to do anything if you're happy with your energy provider. But I just wanted to pass it on and look at the website, do your digging, and if we can be of any help, don't hesitate. So just a point of interest. The other thing that I wanted to do is we have a representative from the Senior Alliance to come up and talk a little about it. It's one of the first things I have for action under my report, so it's a perfect lead-in. So if we could, please come up and introduce yourself. And maybe I know council knows what Senior Alliance does, but maybe the general public does not always know all the benefits of that. So welcome and good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and councilmen and women, for allowing me an opportunity to share a little bit about the Senior Alliance. The Senior Alliance, my name is Brenda Brotherton,
Thank you, Brenda.
I'm the accounting manager with the Senior Alliance. And our mission is to empower people with needs to live with dignity in the community they choose by providing available services. And the Senior Alliance was founded in 1980, and we are one of 16 area agency on aging throughout the state of Michigan. And our service area is made up of 34 communities in western and southern Wayne County. We are funded by state and federal entities, which requires us to report to fiduciary bodies, which we consider you to be one, because we're all informed by the 34 communities that we serve. The Senior Alliance has a $20 million budget annually, and we are very proud of the fact that of that budget, 95% of our funding pays for the services direct care to the residents of the 34 communities, and a 5% expenditure just for admin expenses. So that's something that we're very proud of and have been able to maintain over the last 7 years. For the past 5 years, our financial audits were unqualified, which means that there were no findings, no management letters, and no recommendation letters. And me working in the finance department, that's something that we are all very much proud of as well. I have provided for all the council members a packet that lists all the services that were provided to the residents of the community of Romulus for fiscal year 2014, which totals over $700,000 of an average based on all the listed services that are in your packet. And of that, the community match that we request every year is $1,838 for this fiscal year. Also included in the packet are service brochures which outline all the various services that the Senior Alliance makes available to the citizens of Romulus. And there is information on the holiday meal program. And one of the things that we're most familiar with in the community is the home-delivered meals. And the holiday meal program is not funded by holiday meal or by the county government meal programs, so the Senior Alliance funds those with generous donations from volunteers. So there's information in there because we do need volunteers to deliver meals on those holidays. And there is also an invitation to our annual meeting, which is April 24th at the Wayne Tree Manor, as well as a flyer for Older Michiganians Day. And we are partnering with the Romulus Senior Center and Rose and coordinating a continental breakfast that morning for all the seniors to go to the senior center and have breakfast, and then they will depart there on, I think we have 2 buses reserved right now, and they'll be heading up to Lansing to meet with the legislators on issues concerning the elderly population, and they can meet one-on-one with the legislators. So if that's all I have, unless you have any questions for me. The packet also has information on our website, our Facebook page, and a phone number that you can call for any additional questions.
I just wanted to say thank you very much. You provide a lot of valuable services through our senior center.
You're welcome.
I know Rose and her team, they do a great job, and we appreciate it. And our seniors deserve that. I mean, it's a lot of, not just little things, but important things that help them. So it's a real bargain for our participation portion. So thanks for coming forward.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Barden?
Yes,
Just
Mr. Watt.
just a quick comment. You know, one of the greatest things that you folks do is the Meals on Wheels program. I know prior to my father-in-law passing away, he lived in the tower, and it was sometimes the biggest part of his day.
Yes.
Many seniors don't get anybody to visit them, and they live by themselves, and to get the meal is really one of the highlights of their day, and I think it's a fine program.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Page.
I would like to say something as well. I'm sorry. You know, I just want to echo what the mayor said. I spend a lot of time with the seniors. I just adore them. They're wonderful. And I know that your services are a blessing to them, and they really appreciate it. And it's good that there are programs out there like this for our seniors, because a lot of times they're forgotten. And so we really appreciate what you do, and thank you for your hard work, and Rose and that whole staff over there, because they are wonderful and they truly care for the seniors. So thank you to all of you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, my first request for action is actually to authorize the payment for a Senior Alliance. This is our 2015 fiscal year responsibility match, and it's only $1,838 for our portion, so.
So moved, Mr. Chairman, for the Senior Alliance fiscal year of 2015, an amount of $1,838.
Support.
Motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo. Authorize payment for the Senior Alliance's 2015 fiscal year match for $1,838. Any discussion? Roll call. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, council. Next item up under 5B, this is a request for award bid 14/15-13 to Mercy Sales Incorporated, along with their subcontractor Emergency Services, and that the clerk and mayor may enter into a contract with that same in the amount of $173,000 for the purchase of 2 new Ford Super Duty E450s ambulance chassis, and for the refurbishing and remounting of those boxes for our R2 and R3 new chassis.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Mr. Kraut, to award bid 14/15-13 to Mercy Sales Incorporated, along with their subcontractor Emergency Service, and that the clerk and mayor enter into a contract with the same in the amount of $173,000 for the purchase of 2 new Ford Super Duty E450 ambulance chassis for the refurbishing and remounting of the ambulance boxes from R2 and R3 to the new chassis. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Council, next up, 5C, what my request is to extend the bid for ITB 14/15-17, and that's to purchase one 2015 Ford Transit 250 MR van per the bid specs at a bid price of $27,500, and those funds are available out of the motor vehicle capital outlay.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. Abdo.
I'd like to make a motion to extend bid ITB 14/15-17 to purchase one 2015 Ford Transit 250 MR van per the bid specifications and at the bid price of $27,500.
I support that.
Motion by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Choate, to expend bid ITB 14/15-17 to purchase one 2015 Ford Transit 250 MR van per the bid specifications and at a bid price of $27,500. Any discussion? Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Next up, there's actually 2 actions under 5D, and you noticed earlier we took action on some fire equipment, and this is for also the fire department to give them the protection that they need. But I wanted to give a shout out. We have some of our firefighters in the audience, and we take for granted all the services that we have, and we have great police and fire and first responders, and I just wanted to thank them for their service and the rest of the team that's not here, but we're trying to make sure we're giving them the equipment so they could do the right job with adequate safety as well. So the 2 motions before you, the first one, my request, Mr. Chairman, is to award bid 14/15-21, and that's for the purchase of 16 sets of gear to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, Phoenix Safety Outfitters. The amount is $30,144.
So move, Mr. Chairman, for bid award 14/15-21 for the firefighters' personal protection gear.
Been motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut, for award bid 14/15-21 for the purchase of 16 set of gear to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, Phoenix Safety Outfitters, in the amount of $30,144. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. And the second one, which is also budgeted for under the fire department capital outlay, is a request to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into an agreement with the same company, Phoenix Safety Outfitters, for a maintenance plan at a fixed price for 7 years for an annual inspection services at a cost of $110 per set for the hazard care program and $220 per set for the complete care program. That makes sure that their equipment stays safe.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Mr. Kraut, to authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into an agreement with the Phoenix Safety Outfitters Maintenance Plan, a fixed price for 7 years for the annual inspection services at a cost of $110 set for the hazardous care program and $220 set for the complete care program. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Next up is 5E, and what you have is a request basically to approve a couple Downtown Development Authority appointments. We have Doug Clark and Doug O'Leary to serve as members of the Downtown Development Authority with terms to expire July 31st of 2018.
Mr. Chair, I'll
Yes,
make
Ms.
that
Zappa.
motion. I'll make the motion to approve the DDA appointment of Doug Clark and Doug O'Leary to serve as members of the Downtown Development Authority with terms to expire July 31st, 2018.
Support.
Motion by Mr. Abdo, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, to approve the DDA appointment of Doug Clark and Doug O'Leary to serve as members of the Downtown Development Authority with terms to expire on July the 31st, 2018. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. And the last item for action is 5F, and what you have before you is just a request to authorize the Department of Public Works to dispose of vehicles in accordance with the city's property disposal policy through Martin's Towing with a disposal fee of $50 per vehicle, and there was one that was $100 that had to be towed. All other proceeds to be returned to the city of Romulus, and that's just basically weeding out old equipment in the fleet.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I'll make the motion to authorize the DPW to dispose of vehicles in accordance with the city's property disposable policy through Martin's Towing with a disposal fee of $50 per vehicle, $100 add-on if towed, with all other proceeds to be returned to the city of Romulus. I would just like to say that that doesn't mean that's all we get for it.
No, that's correct. That's just to handle the
That's just
process,
to handle the process.
so they can be auctioned. Thank you.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Choate, to authorize the Department of Public Works to dispose of vehicles in accordance with the city's property disposal policy through Martin's Towing with a disposal fee of $50 per vehicle, $100 add-on if towed, with all other proceeds to be returned to the city of Romulus. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And thank you, council, and that concludes my report.
Thank you.
6A is the clerk's report. Mr. Chair and council, before I begin the line items on the agenda, I have three, unfortunately, memorial resolutions that I would like council to take action on. The first one being for Casimir Kasperik, who passed away on March the 14th, 2015.
So moved,
Support.
Chairman.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Mr. Kraut, for a memorial resolution for, Madam Clerk, that was Ms. Cash,
That was Casimir Kasperik,
Ms. Cash, Ms. Kasparic.
Mr. Kasperik.
Okay. Mr. Wadsworth?
If I could just make a quick comment about Cass. He was a businessman in this town for probably 40 years. He ran Metro Radiator. His son continues the business now with Raymark Asphalting. And again, another quality man that was involved in our city for a long time.
Thank you, Mr. Wadsworth. Okay. Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Kowski?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
My second memorial resolution is for Jack Trumbull.
So moved.
Support.
Support, and I got a comment too about Jack Trumbull.
Okay, it's been, the motion is by Ms. Makowski,
Yes.
supported by whom?
Me.
Okay, Ms. Roscoe. Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for memorial resolution for Jack Trumbull. Ms. Makowski?
Just a quick comment about Mr. Trumbull, please. He served on the city council from 1973 to 1975, and he was involved in our city in many things. He served on the recreation committee. I believe I'm not sure if he ever was employed here or not, but he was part of Romulus for a long time. He lived over on Goddard Road, and he had a long battle with that terrible word that we even hate to repeat, but he'll be missed.
Yes, Ms. Mikowski, you had something?
Oh, no.
I just want to say something about Mr. Trumbull, too. Jack was always involved in Democratic Club and always involved in the community, and he always cared about his community. So he'd be really missed because he really was a good-hearted person. I met Jack, I think in 2005, and he had a lot of knowledge on politics and, you know, really cared about the city of Romulus.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to add that we did have, because he was a past elected, we had the flags lowered, and we also did have representation for color guard at a portion of his viewing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And the last memorial resolution, this is for Miss Laverne T. Macon, and after you've made the motion, I just have a comment under discussion.
So moved to, for a memorial resolution for Laverne T. Macon.
Support.
A motion by Ms. Mikowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for Ms. Laverne T. Macon. Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Would like to have a discussion first. Any discussion?
Motion's already been passed, they've already
Okay.
voted, that's okay.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Again.
Okay, thank you, council, for those memorial resolutions. Under the clerk's report, under line item 6A1, this is a 2 study session request and a 1 public hearing request. And Director of Financial Services Suzanne Marino is requesting 2 one-hour study sessions to discuss the proposed 2015-16 city budget. The first study session request is for Monday, April 13th, 2015 at 6 o'clock p.m. And the second study session is for Monday, April the 27th, 2015 at 6 o'clock p.m. Ms. Marino is also requesting a public hearing for Monday, May 4th, 2015 at 6:30 p.m. The requested dates and times are available for the study sessions and public hearing.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes?
I'd like to
Ms.
make a
Choate.
motion that we concur with the request of Ms. Moreno and schedule study session to discuss the 2015-16 city budget for Monday, April 13th at 6 p.m. and Monday, April 27th at 6 p.m. and the public hearing to be held on Monday, May 4th at 6:30 p.m.
Support.
Okay, motion by Ms. Choate, supported by Ms. Mikowski for the 2 study sessions request and 1 public hearing request from Director of Finance Services Suzanne Marino to discuss the 2015-16 city budgets. Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We'll have study session. public
6A2, this is a public hearing request to review 3 proposed demolitions. Director of Public Services Robert McCrate is requesting a 30-minute public hearing to review 3 proposed demolitions. The requested date is for April 13th, 2015 at 5:30 p.m.
So moved.
Support.
The motion by Ms. Mikowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe for a public hearing request for Monday, April 13th, 2015 at 5:30 from Director of Public Services Robert McCray to review 3 proposed demolitions. In discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Mikowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A3, this is a first reading to repeal City Ordinance Chapter 46, Transient Merchants, Article 5, Divisions 1 and 2, Sections 46-203 through 46-236.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Mikowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth for first reading to to repeal City Ordinance Transit Merchants, Chapter 46, Article 5, Divisions 1 and 2, Section 46-203 through 46-236. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A4, this is the first reading, and this is an amendment to City Ordinance, Part 2, Chapter 26, and this is the Food and Food Handlers, Article 1, Section 26-3, and this is the Permanent Structure and Mobile Food Service.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Roscoe for first reading. Amendment to City Ordinance Part 2, Chapter 26, Food and Food Handlers, Article 1, Section 26-3, Permanent Structure and Mobile Food Services. In discussion. Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Votes yes, motion approved.
6A5, and this is for first reading, and this is an amendment to Appendix A, zoning amendment 1.218, and this is temporary building and uses.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
Motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for first reading amendment to Appendix A zoning amendments 1.218, temporary building and uses. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A6, and this is the ordinance that the mayor mentioned earlier in his report regarding peddlers and solicitors. So for second reading is ordinance amendment, Chapter 46, peddlers and solicitors, Article 4, Divisions 1 and 2, Sections 46-139 and 46-176. This was submitted for first reading at the council meeting of December 8th, 2014.
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Ms. Abdo, for second reading, ordinance amending Chapter 46, peddlers and solicitors, Article 4, Divisions 1 and 2, Sections 46-139 and 46-176. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And 6A7 for second reading is ordinance amendment, Part 2 of Chapter 52, Streets, Sidewalks, and Other Public Places, Article 2, Section 52-84. This amendment was presented on the council meeting of December 8th, 2014.
So moved for second reading.
Support.
Motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo, for second reading, ordinance amending Part 2, Chapter 52, Streets, Sidewalks, and Other Public Places, Articles 2, Section 52-84. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
And 6A8, proposed changes to the city fee schedule. There are changes made to the clerk's office and planning department sections of the fee schedule. The changes are in accordance with the amended city and zoning ordinances that are on the agenda this evening.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Makowski, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for the proposed changes to the city fee schedule. Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. That concludes the clerk's report. 6B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy, and audience. I have a few things under my report, and I as well have a memorial resolution to ask for. I'd like to ask for a memorial resolution for Orletta May Holcomb.
So moved.
Support.
Okay, it's been motioned by, who supported that?
I support it.
Oh, let's go.
Can-
Motion by Ms. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for memorial resolution for, is that Orletta May Holcomb?
Yes.
Okay, elected discussion.
Yes, I was asked by the family if I would share some things with you. She was a lifetime Romulus resident, 74 years of age, passed away on March 8th. Orletta enjoyed airbrush, collecting dolls, and she loved to play bingo. She is survived by one son, Robert Holcomb, and two daughters, Cheryl and Nancy. Nancy's from Romulus, as well as 3 grandchildren. She was married to Claude Holcomb, and her service was on Friday, March 13th. And I'd like just to ask you to keep the family and her friends in prayer.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Page. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Also, I'd like to remind our business owners that we mailed out delinquent personal property statements, and those were mailed out last week. If you have any questions, you can contact the treasurer's office. Just kindly ask that you send in payment, and we would greatly appreciate that. And then finally, I would like to wish my son a happy birthday. He will be 15 on Sunday. So happy birthday, son, and keep up the good work. Thank you.
I just want to say one thing, Treasurer Clerk Page. I've been getting some compliments from for your office, that you are very professional and you treat people with real courtesy and respect. So I figure I'll pass that on to your office.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. My staff does work really hard, and customer service is first and foremost. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Number 7 is public comment, and this is a portion on our agenda that's set aside for those of you that are in the audience to have comments or remarks. If you would like to have comments, raise your hand. After you've been acknowledged by our chairperson, approach the podium, state your name, and we ask that you please limit your comments to 3 minutes. We do not have any written requests this evening.
Okay. Any comments from the audience? Yes.
Good evening, Council. My name is Verdell Blackman. I am a new resident here in Romulus. I just moved here in September. But I wanted to address something that is probably a concern to everybody here, and it's the traffic on Harrison south of Eureka. The traffic is posted at 25. There are children that live on my street. I'm a mother of adults, but I have small children next to me, and I would just like to find out if there's some type of study can be done to get the traffic lowered or to install speed bumps. I came from Detroit. I was on GRDC there, so I'm very familiar about running different things. Not that I'm volunteering, but it's a major concern. I've been watching it. I mean, the traffic on Harrison is horrible, and that's where I reside. And I don't want it to be after the fact when a child gets hurt or killed to say, oh, I didn't know. I think this should be addressed sooner. There's a school on this street. I live right next door to a beautiful family with 2 small children. I would hate to see something happen to one of their children. I have 2 dogs. I don't want my dogs hit either. So it's just something that I would like to bring to the concern. I've talked to Romulus Police about it a few times. My home had some previous problems with the previous owners, and I'm trying to let not just my neighbors, but the city know, not only I'm a concerned citizen, but I want to contribute to the community, and I promised my next door neighbor that I would come because they work very different schedules than I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Mayor, you'd like to comment?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, we'll be happy to take a look at that, and maybe if we could get her information to our Director of Public Safety, we could at least follow up, let you know what came of that study, and report back to council.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, too. Any other comments from the audience? There's no other comments, we'll close that part out.
Number 8 is unfinished business.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr.
If I could
Wadsworth.
just again remind the public that the Romulus Animal Shelter Bowl-a-thon is the 8th of May. It's Friday at 7:30. We're looking for a few more bowlers yet. We're looking for people to donate prizes, and all the funds go directly back to the shelter. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the Mayor Burkhoff is paying for the pizza and the chips and anything else I can make him pay for. Thank you, Leroy.
Is there any more unfinished business? Okay, number 9 is new business. Number 10 is communication. Number 11 for approval is warrant 15-06.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Choate.
I'd like to make a motion that we authorize payment of warrant number 15-06 in the following amounts. General Operating Fund, $100,436.84. Major Street Fund, $3,055.10. Local Street Fund, $6,061.90. Cable would be $1,278.01. Oakwood would be $120.67. Community employee activity, nothing for that one. Sanitation Fund, $83,842.52. 911 is $1,145.43. Law Enforcement, $156.48. Narcotics Enforcement Fund, $662.50. Beverly Road Construction, $18,007.50. Water and Sewer would be $409,292.06. Motor Vehicle Fund, $26,886.75. Technology Services, $2,092.35. Retirees Insurance Benefits, $20,845.62. Property and Liability Self-Insurance is $10,000. Revolving Fund is $2,945.70, for a grand total of $686,829.43.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Choate, supported by Ms. Makowski, to pay warrant number 15-06 for $686,000, $829.43. Ms. Choate.
Yes.
Ms. Makowski.
Yes.
Mr. Kraut.
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe.
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 15-06 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
In motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Makowski, for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Makowski?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Kraut?
Yes.
Ms. Choate?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.